Welcome back to my channel, guys. If you've been tuning into my videos the last few months, then you know that I've been going through this bizarre time of unemployment, getting fired about 3 months ago at the time of this video, to then this bizarre journey of being disappointed by how difficult it's been to access unemployment benefits and all that stuff. Well, I'm now finally at the end of the journey. Spoiler alert, even though it's in the title of the video, that I found a job. So I felt, after updating you guys with some of these, the more unpleasant parts of this journey, I wanted to, of course, let you guys know once there was resolution, and I'm finally at that point. I just accepted a job offer today, and I have a few things I wanted to share about closing this loop and closing this uncomfortable chapter. I wanted to share it with you guys. So first off, I learned that there's actually a distinction between the phrase getting fired and getting let go. So in my mind, it's all the same. In my mind, if they kicked your ass out and now you don't have an income anymore, a full-time income, it's the same thing. But apparently there is a distinction. I don't know if do you guys know this? So getting fired is more drastic. That's like when they get rid of you for something really serious and you get no perks out of it. You don't get severance. You're not eligible for unemployment benefits. So I guess this would be like if you come in and you assault somebody, or you do something where you really screw up, like maybe you just stop showing up to work. So then they're like, all right, screw you, and we're not gonna let you get an extra paycheck or have the right for unemployment benefits. What happened with me was getting let go, in that they still kicked my ass out, but I did get severance for 1 month. So in retrospect, I guess I was being clickbaity saying I got fired, without realizing that it was like a more controversial thing to say I got fired, but whatever. So of course, I'm totally relieved to have financial security again, to have a routine, to not be in this limbo mode anymore of unemployment. At the same time, it's funny how these things always happen, that I've been spending so much time in this limbo and this anxiety mode. Even before I got let go, I was already actively looking for a role. So I've been actively looking for a new job since basically the start of the year, 2024. When I think about that, I'm like, wow, that's really draining, that for almost 6 months, I've been looking at job alerts for LinkedIn. I don't know if you guys can hear those tropical birds outside. Welcome to Miami. Just about daily, I've been looking at job postings on LinkedIn because I get these daily job alerts, which is very helpful to have LinkedIn send stuff your way. But at the same time, that means that every single day, including weekends, for about 6 months, I've been getting these emails that are like, check out these jobs, check out these jobs. So I've been applying to jobs almost daily for 6 months. That plus interviewing, plus like the nerves and the anxiety of every company that you interview for, you want to be prepared, right? You do research, you think about what they might ask, what you might want to ask. It's so draining, on top of course, actually working a full-time job up until this March when I got let go. So I feel very relieved that all of that is now over. I felt such a high turning off all the job alerts on LinkedIn so that I don't get bombarded with job alert emails every single day. But if it makes any sense, I'm also like, I still feel so depleted and like burnt out. Luckily, I have a week off this week, which happens to be my birthday week. Funny coincidence. I'm sure they would have been happy to have me start as early as like this week, days after accepting the job offer. But I said the earliest I could start was next week, because I knew you need a week to just breathe after all of this that has gone down. Also, the fact that it's my birthday week, I don't want to start a new job my birthday week. This time last year, I had just started the last job, the one I got let go from, I think the week before my birthday. So it's just, timing is a funny thing. The fact that I would kind of be in a similar place a year later, but different circumstances. My actual birthday, June 4th, I'm doing a bougie massage here in South Beach. When I say bougie, it's a nice spa, but also it's a 2-hour massage. I'm one of those people, when I'm getting a massage and they ask me to flip over, I'm like, oh, we're already halfway through. So every birthday, I allow myself the indulgence of a 2-hour massage. It's a thing for me, it's a ritual. And I'm doing it at the Standard Spa in South Beach, or in Miami Beach rather. If you're familiar with it, it's a really nice spot because it's kind of sequestered. It's on this part of Miami called the Venetian Islands. And the Venetian Islands are not like a tourist destination. It's basically all residential except for this one spa and hotel, the Standard. So I'm just excited because to be there on a weekday, and again, it's sequestered. It's not like a hotel, you know, on the strip of hotels that you see in South Beach. So I'm just excited to have like a sequestered, reflective day by myself. A friend was even like, do you want me to join you for lunch after at the Standard? And I was like, nothing personal, but I kind of just want to spend a day by myself. And then I have other random activities planned throughout the week for my birthday week / my week off before I start this new job. I have an escape room planned with friends at the end of the week. If you're not familiar with what an escape room is actually really fun. Basically, you're in this themed room that has clues, and you have to find the clues and work together to find the key to escape this room. And you have an hour to do it. So welcome to your 30s, 30-something birthday. I'm not going to the bar to get drunk. I'm not going to Vegas or I don't know, whatever else people do for birthdays to celebrate a milestone. I'm getting a bougie little massage by myself and then doing a group activity, escaping a room, using our intellect and our shared collaborative skill set to escape a room. Yes, I'm paying for that. I'm paying to get trapped in a room with my friends and to escape it, and I cannot wait. By the way, the theme of the room that I selected is called Diamond Heist. So it looks like a museum. So we're gonna have to be like lifting paintings. It's gonna feel like the Da Vinci Code all over again. So the timing is definitely a funny thing. My parents were like, that's the best birthday gift you can have, that you have an income to look forward to, a new job, a new chapter. And they're right, it's a great way. Also with the money I'm spending this week, it's a nice thing to know I have an income, a new stream of income waiting for me. But it's also funny, the timing is funny because if I hadn't gotten this job, my plan was to just stop applying for a while and just leave Miami for the summer. Those of you who have been to Miami or know all about South Florida in the summers here are brutal. Like, it's unpleasant to be here. It's so humid. Because of that humidity, it rains a lot. It's just like not fun to be here in the summer weather-wise. So typically locals who have money will leave town, and it's also the down season for tourism. Like, tourists don't come here in the summer unless they don't know better. It's just funny that I would get this job at this time because I was coming to terms. I was actually finally getting out of this anxious mode that I've been in, this survival mode, the last 3 months since getting let go. And I was finally coming to terms with like, you know what? It wouldn't be so bad to just leave for the summer, travel extensively, go see family overseas. I'm half French and half Turkish. Some of you know my parents are going this summer. So I was starting to scheme like, okay, what date should I stop looking for a job and just focus completely on traveling and just enjoying my life, right? How we should be, right? Instead of worrying about what's to come. And I have more than enough money saved away from a decade of working to travel for a whole summer. But of course, it's this like anxiety that we're conditioned to have, right? Of you need to have income coming in constantly. That's always the difficult part, is the uncertainty. Like, you don't know how long you're going to be without an income. I'm very pleased that I have this figured out now, but a part of me is like, oh damn, how many more summers do I have where I could go see my grandmother, you know, and not have to think about working? So it's like there's always a trade-off, right? It's like you're always sort of comparing freedoms that you have. And so it's been an interesting time to consider all this and to have gotten myself to the point of thinking, you know what? I'm consistently getting job interviews, leave for the summer, create some fantastic gay travel videos, some great memories, see some family, maybe have a European love affair, which is always what I'm thinking about when I travel to Europe. When I travel in general, really, I mean, quite frankly, I'm sure you've seen some of my gay travel videos. It's always what I'm thinking. It would be great to have a love affair with insert culture, right? With a Greek guy, a Turkish guy, a French guy, a Peruvian guy, an Egyptian guy. And I might still find some time to leave this summer and travel. In fact, I hope that I do, because I really want to get out of this Miami heat. But again, the timing is just funny that I was coming to a conclusion of like, okay, I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to take a break. And then of course, that's the time that, you know, I get a new job. I'm really hoping that this new job will usher in not just a new chapter for me in life, but a new, like a clean slate, because 2024 for me so far has been a very bizarre year. I was about to say it's been a bizarre start to the year, but it's been almost 6 months. We're almost halfway through the year. It's just been a weird year. Not just getting let go and the last job that was kind of a nightmare leading up to getting let go, in terms of like the stress and the hunt for a new role before I got let go, but on a personal level too. And I didn't share this in the last two videos where I talked about this unemployment time and journey. But in the meantime, in my personal life, while all of this was happening professionally and financially, I've been mourning my closest friendship in Miami. My closest friend in Miami, we had a falling out right before I got let go. So it was like boom, 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 one thing after the other. Without going into too many details, it was one of those situations, like imagine if a friend stole from you, like stole something from you, stole your wallet, stole money, whatever. It was like on that level of intensity of, who is this person? I don't even know who this person is. Why would they act this way? And it wasn't just me. Other people around were also shocked, and other friendships dissolved with this person as a result, which has been another thing that's been bizarre and difficult to process, because it's one thing to have a falling out with somebody, but when they're your closest friend and then you get let go on top of it, it's been a series of events this year, 2024, that have made me feel very disempowered. And so I think I just now have this weird thing where even with this new job, I have this anxiety of things falling apart at any moment. At the same time, I've lived enough life now to recognize patterns that events tend to come in waves, like old chapters closing and new chapters starting tend to find a way serendipitously to happen around the same time. In the same way that the day before my birthday, literally, I accept a job offer. So I've picked up on this at this point, and I've tried to just accept, like, the universe is speaking to you. It's time for a shift. Welcome it, accept it. And of course, it's easier said than done. And of course, I now look back and I'm like, damn, I should have just enjoyed my 3 months of unemployment. I should have traveled. But of course, I was living in this moment of fear and anxiety, and also the concern of not wanting to spend too much money because I didn't know when new money would be coming in, right? So it's just funny how it's always this way, right? You look back and you're like, oh, I should have just let go. I should have just relaxed. And I realized that a lot of it boils down to faith and confidence. Like if you have the faith that everything's going to be okay, you'll figure it out eventually, then you can live more in the moment and in the present, right? If you're confident that everything is going to be okay, but that's not how my brain works. I tend to operate more from this survival mode of, no, figure it out first, and then you can relax, then you can be at ease. So, it's growing pains, it's about learning, but I wanted to share this evolution with you guys. I felt like after making those 2 videos that got way more views and engagement than I typically get on other videos, more consistent with my usual content on here, I thought I have to update my subscribers on here with this journey and finally getting to the finish line of officially starting a new chapter. If you made it this far in the video, I thank you for watching. I thank you for listening. While I'm doing a life update video, please let me know how you feel about the interview videos I've done so far. At this time, I've done 4 with adult stars. You might have seen them. I hope you've seen all of them. They're worth checking out if you haven't yet. But I do really want to know how you guys feel about them. It looks like they've been generally well received. A few people have been like, I don't really like this for your channel. I am now doing outreach to other gay people who fascinate me, YouTubers, authors, and I'm going to see what happens with that. I hope more people are down to do an interview and to have these kinds of candid conversations, honest conversations, vulnerable conversations. Let me know in the comments. I'm curious this shift in content, what you guys think about it. Of course, I only want to explore topics that you guys are interested in hearing about. Catch you next time.